Well, hello there. Yes, I'm not Tommy, but Tommy is safe and sound and exhausted. I think it's what's going on, people. This is Captain Calhoun speaking. You're on the lifeboat. I think it's interesting that he would post that and then turn around and ask me to do this. That's very silly. But here I am. It's good to see all of you. Jason P., Marcy Pokes, Just Joan, Charlie Mullins, Shelly Kelly, TKK, Lori Driscoll, Peanut Yarn Prepper. What's going on, guys? Lynn Sanity, DD Razzle Dazzle. It's good to see you guys. I'm going to start at the top. I got lost there. DNV, nice to see you. Laura, Roberta. Yeah, we're just going to hang out for a little bit, just a little while. I was not expecting to do this, but here I am, and I'm happy to do so. Tommy is taking the night off, hopefully getting some cuddles and some rest. Most likely, well, preferably some rest, but, cuddles are good too. The man needs rest. Kevin Hawthorne, nice to see you. Yeah, guys. I hope Saturday's treating you well. This is my my Saturday chores outfit. I guess you can only see the bandana, but that's the key portion of the chores outfit is the bandana. Big crowd tonight. Jane Aldrich, Don Gloves, Hope Between the Dreams, Blessed to Crochet. Good to see you guys. Kristen Melinda. Yeah, I hope everyone's weekend is stellar. Mine is great so far. I've done lots of cleaning, been very productive, and I'm also quite exhausted. But I would wager not nearly as exhausted as my father. Maybe this will help. Here, let's try this on. Gemini girl, nice to see you. I live for now. Hello, lurking tonight, but wanted to say hello. Well, hello there. Thanks for saying hey. I do enjoy it. We're going to get this right one way or another, guys. All right. Myers girl, what's going on? Hello. Just wanted to check in because I have been so busy, says Hope Between the Dreams. You and me both. I hope that you're finding time in between business to take some rest. We need that as humans. Rose, hello. Good to see you. RSM, did his travel go okay? I heard it went well. I did not hear about any funny business on the plane. But he did tell me he was going to take a nap at the airport. So, it could have been worse, I guess. DJ Daddy-O, hello. Good to see you, sir. Always a pleasure. Whine a little bit more. I love this name. I could probably keep doing roll call for like 20 minutes. There's a lot of you. T-Frog, hello. There's no problem with that. I really enjoy seeing my folks. Helena Flock of Swan Boats, hello. I hope you get some sleep tonight, sweetheart. Lord knows we all need it. Crafty Witch, a.k.a. Mrs. Jason P. Let's go. What's going on? I love that cute little chihuahua in your thumbnail there. Miss Crafty. Goosebump 801. It's been a while, dude. How you been? Hey, Spanx. Hi, Charlie, Pamela, Dawn. Saying hello to everyone. It's nice to see you. Is that a butterfly? It is. It is. When you stare at the screen for extended periods of time, it's harder to see stuff. I don't know if you guys know this. Commonly overlooked fact, but it makes it harder to see because your eyes get tired. Anyways, Hope Between the Dreams got her old account back. What happened? Did your account get suspended or something? Do you have plans to go visit while he's there, Spanx? Asks DNV. I do. We don't have specific plans, but it has been talked about for months, so we'll see. Maybe that's the November thing. We were going to do it in September, but something happened. I can't remember. Hello, Captain. Fancy meeting you here, but happy to see you. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. I tell you what. Thanks for showing up, accepting me, and hanging out with me. I tell you what. For the longest time, what I wanted more than anything was to be a part of. And, the days of not being a part of are long behind me, but it is wonderful to be a part of this thing here that we're doing. I'm pretty stoked about it. Kestrel, hey Spanky, good to see you. Glad the big guy is resting. Yeah, me too. I tell him to rest all the time, but it doesn't work. It's not that simple just to tell somebody to rest, right? There's a lot more that goes into it. But if it was up to me, I would just wave the magic wand and he would be sleeping soundly a lot. But it's not. It's not up to me. I'm not a magician. Actually did get some reasonable sleep last night, says Helena. Thanks for the good sleep wishes. Absolutely. I will continue to wish them from the heart because, you know, I don't know if everyone's like this, but when I don't get sleep, when I get exhausted, I turn like I hear a lot that I'm a very nice person and, you know, I'm a very loving and kind-hearted person. But when I'm exhausted, I am not. All of that goes right out the window, and I'm just a grumpy, gripey, angry, mean person. I'm a mean person when I'm exhausted. So it's very, very important for me to get sleep. And I don't intend to be mean. It's like my initial reaction, instead of being sweet, is not. It's the exact opposite, right? So, and I'm aware of this, and I work on it by practicing self-care and trying to get some sleep, right? But it's not always so simple. Stacy Allen, hello, friends. Nice to see you. Purple's my favorite color, fun fact. Frank Humphreys, what's going on, man? Glad he landed safely. Yeah, me too. You know, I know planes don't go down very often or whatever, but when I was a kid, that was one of my biggest fears, was like being on a plane that went down, you know? I don't really think about that very often anymore, but it is not 100% safe, right? There are risks involved with flying in an airplane. And it's been lovely. That's what I like to hear, Hope Between the Dreams. That is what I want to hear. It could cool off a little bit out there here in Arizona, but I'm sure it will in due time. It's still, I didn't look at the temperature, but it still feels like 100. I tell you what. I can see on the left, Hope Between the Dreams looking good in green. I'm just slow on the uptake on the right side. I've got my stream here and I've got the chat over here. So that's why I keep doing this. Since we call it roll call, says Krista Melinda, I think it'd be funny if someone showed up with glasses and a clipboard. You know, I might just have to do that. Start writing stuff down. It's like, oh, you're here? Okay, check. All right. Absent. All right. I'm going to put a black mark there. No, you guys, you don't have to show up. Only show up if you want, right? There's no truancy policy here. We don't do any of that. Goosebumps, happy to be home again. Tell us about your trip. Did you go on vacation? What happened? Captain, we need to raise a cupcake to Hope Between the Dreams. It's her birthday today. Is that true? Something told me that I might need this today. Something told me that I might need to present this cupcake to somebody. I can center things in the camera, I swear. Isn't this thing so cute? Thank you, Blessed to Crochet, by the way. I love giving it a squeeze and whipping it out for birthdays. Happy birthday. Absolutely. I hope you treated yourself real nice today, did some selfish things for just you. You know what I mean? Selfish doesn't have to be a bad thing. Selfish can be serving yourself, right? It's when we're always being selfish, when it becomes being self-centered, right? That it becomes a bad thing, I think. And yes, it's a monarch butterfly on my son's finger. Oh my. Blessed by the butterfly. That's so cool. I remember going on a hike once, and it had just rained pretty heavily the night before. This was in Utah. Corner Canyon was the name of the hiking trail. And I swear, me and this girl I had met on the train, actually. Me and my buddy were going to skate. We met this girl named Valerie, and we made friends with her. And she took me on a hike to this place, and we got to this one part, and all of these butterflies had been like lining the side of the trail, like in the bushes or on the flowers, or I don't know what they were doing, but they were hanging out, just like countless butterflies, and they all took off at the same time on both sides. It was the most magical thing I've ever seen in my whole life, and it's never happened again. I've tried to go back there like after a rainstorm, but I guess that wasn't simply what caused it to happen. It wasn't simply that it had been wet. Hope Between the Dreams says, no, when I got a new phone, it wouldn't let me use it, but I figured it out. You know, I struggle with stuff like that too. The different accounts on different devices and all this stuff is getting very, very complicated these days. And it doesn't always make sense. It doesn't work how it should. In fact, I run into that with YouTube regularly. I'm getting better at it. Layla Bradley, always a pleasure. Hey, Spanx, how you doing? I'm doing all right. I could use a shower and a bedtime, but we're going to get there in due time, in all things in their own timing, right? Kathleen Menzies, please hit that like button and the subscribe and the bell for notifications if you like what we do here. It certainly makes a difference. I'm going to make an effort to slow down talking because I don't ever talk this fast. This is just how I talk to you guys, which I don't know if I'm stoked about that, but we'll see. Anon, hello. All right, I'm going to scroll down. We're going to get to the current stuff. Sorry if I miss you. Miss Sunrise Dawn, speaking on the truancy, you will, however, be required to show a tardy slip to the closet mod when arriving late. And we will be, Miss Sunrise Dawn will be in charge of that in case you're truant. But yeah, guys, nothing out of the ordinary today. Just been a regular day. The roach infestation is becoming under control. It surprises me that they're still alive, even though that there's not that many. There was a ton when I got back, but there's like just a couple little guys now and again. Sometimes in the morning there'll be a couple little guys, but I have the whole kitchen lined with this diatomaceous earth. It does make the counter space a little bit less usable, but I imagine that I won't have to leave it out forever, right? Because they'll all die. Which will be really cool. I'm really excited to have my kitchen back. But that's some good news. Also, if you plan on using diatomaceous earth for your own bug infestation, I would highly recommend not using the little, I'll grab it, I'll show you. It comes with a dispenser device that absolutely sucks. I'm also sure I'm not using it for the purpose that it is intended for. It just happens to be good for this. But look at this thing. It's like a little accordion. You fill it up. Oop, and I just shot some. You don't want to breathe the stuff in. And what this does is get it all up in the air, right? I think a much better method is to take like a little spoon and kind of shake it out and make little border walls. We're going to build a wall for the roaches, you know? There is definitely no good bug unless it's a dead bug, blessed to crochet. They freak me out. I know they can't really hurt me. Like I'm a big, giant human to them, right? But in fact, I'm probably in another dimension to them. I don't know if you guys are listening to Alan Watts or anything like that, but we're so big that they don't perceive us the same. I would imagine. I mean, obviously, I'm not a bug, so I don't really know. But I mean, if a creature the size of 100 humans, right, walked up, we might not recognize it. It might be beyond our comprehension, right? Anyways, yeah, I recommend getting a little spoon for that kind of stuff. You did that and I started coughing. I think I inhaled it. I tell you what, it's not like super duper dangerous, but you know, it irritates the eyes and the lungs. And if you ingest it, it will clear out your gut bacteria. So it'll be, you know, when you take antibiotics and then your stomach flora has to regrow, it does to your stomach flora what it does to the bugs. So that's a thing. Not desirable, not what I want. I don't want to have digestive trouble for a little while, right? But not harmful to humans, just not ideal, right? Try Dawn dish soap and water spray them with that. I definitely will. I think the cool thing about the diatomaceous earth is it immediately hurts them, and then they run back to the hive with it on them, and then it poisons the whole hive. So they're like in my cabinets. And when I say in, I don't mean you open the cabinet and they're hanging out in there. I mean, they're in the parts of the cabinets, the spaces between the cabinets, under the stove, under the fridge. They're in the weirdest, damnedest places. And the more I pay attention, the more I realize that it is absolutely out of control. That's what led me to get the diatomaceous earth, because I thought there was like a couple guys or whatever, like no big deal. There are countless amounts of roaches, and it's gross. It's really, really gross. I feel like my kitchen is not mine, right? So maybe you say some prayers for my roaches, guys, because they're about to meet the afterlife. Russ Allen, super stressed. What's going on, brother? Good to see you, by the way. Caddy Connie, hello. Tell us what's happening. Did you tell the landlord? No, Yarn Prepper. I have it on good authority that it's more trouble than it's worth. People keep telling me to do that, and I may, but I have no plans to do so at this time. You got court on Monday? I haven't heard about this. I haven't been keeping up, Russ. Are you in danger? What's going on? Is it for you, or is it for like a loved one or a friend or something? Hope Between the Dreams says diatomaceous earth is across all doorways and windowsill using an empty herb shaker works best. Interesting. I could definitely see the herb shaker working better than the spoon. 100%. Frank Humphrey says, I use boric acid. Chalk for an ant problem. That is very interesting. I have to say, I like to stay away from things that are harmful to humans, but I'm glad that works for you. Especially, it's like in my kitchen, right? I don't want to eat the diatomaceous earth, but I definitely don't want to eat boric acid. You know? Yeah, I used to live in Texas. I was actually born in Texas, guys. Did you know that? I was born in Houston, in Nassau Bay, at something hospital, the Nassau Bay Hospital, whatever that is, right by NASA. I wanted to be an astronaut when I was a kid. I could definitely go without being an astronaut now, though. I tell you what, there's too much uncertainty and fear. I don't need to explore that much, you know? Although it would be cool. Ladybugs are adorable, Helena. I will give you that. I don't kill bugs unless they're invasive, right? And in fact, spiders I try not to kill as a rule, because they get rid of the bad bugs. And ladybugs are cool. I was bit by one once, which was very strange. I let it live anyways because I'm like that. Yeah, humans are Cthulhu-sized to bugs, says Christian. That is exactly the imagery I was trying to evoke. I'm glad you read my mind there. Just don't inhale it. Yes, I'm definitely attempting not to. The first couple times, the whole kitchen was like, it looked like someone had been smoking in there. So I opened some windows. It was definitely non-ideal. Hence the spoon method, right? It says it's food grade, but I'm pretty sure they mean for farm animals to clean out their gut. Wow, a bunch of us are born in Houston. That's so cool. You know, Kristen, this might sound weird, but you look like you're from Texas, which is not a bad thing at all. Everything's better in Texas. Don't take that the wrong way. I mean that from the heart. But yeah, you know, and maybe I had read it somewhere and that's why I have it in my head, but I had it in my head that you're a Texas girl for sure. Vinegar works great for ants. I like vinegar. I tell you what, I used to hate vinegar. And I can't remember. I wonder what it is. There's some food that has vinegar taste in it that I really, really enjoy. It might be Grandpa's green bean Caesar. Oh my Lord. Yep, might be taken in on really old child support. Oh no, Russ. Is the woman in question responsible, or is the state pressing? I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm just curious. Let's get some ones up for Russ. And if there's any other way that I can support you, big dog, please let me know. I know it's more of like a hope and pray kind of thing, but yeah, man, let me know if I can do anything for you. If they do take you in, we'll put some money on your books. I tell you what. And I mean, it says it's not jail that scares me. I can make it in any jail or prison, no big deal. But I've worked so hard all these years to clean up and stay away from jail. It's what I will lose if they do. I totally understand that 100%. And I'm sure that you plan to tell the judge that, right? I mean, you've made big strides, dude. It would be a crying shame for that. I don't want to call it a technicality because I feel like child support's pretty serious. I didn't get any of that as a kid. So like I get it, right? I'm sure that wasn't your intention, right? I'm not judging you at all, but it would be a shame to get caught up on some old stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. She's married and lives in Florida. She's pushing for Indiana to enforce. Interesting. She doesn't have enough, it seems. And I kind of say that sarcastically. I wish her the best, but I think that's pretty low. I don't know. It's not my stuff, but that feels low to me. You know, that feels like a low blow. Maybe she does need it. I don't know. And honestly, I would imagine you're probably not above paying it. You know what I mean? Like it's jail doesn't have to be a part of this whole thing, right? Like if you punish me, I can't get you the money, right? You know what I mean? Anyways, I will totally ask my dad. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Interesting. You paid, but your case was closed. So what the heck, right? What are they enforcing? What is the possible enforcement? What's the this kind of seems like a bunch of mumbo jumbo. You know what I mean? Which is actually probably a good thing, because if there's no ground to stand on, then they can't get you, right? I imagine they wouldn't take you to court if there was no ground to stand on, though. Spanx ever figured out how to change the picture on an old brand account? Brand account. When you say brand account, what do you mean? I may have the answer. I'm not sure that I'm thinking of what you're thinking of. Yeah, if you can't work, you can't pay. It makes absolutely no sense. And, I'm sure that you're not happy with her. I'm sure that, she's probably not your biggest fan either, but, maybe tell her that. That's an idea. Just a thought. I don't know if y'all have the ability to communicate, but, things get settled outside of court all the time. And just because it's close to the heart and it's emotional doesn't mean we can't put that aside and be logical about it, right? As adults. And it does take two to tango, right? But I don't know, just a thought, man. I don't want to see you go down like that. Of course I don't want to see you go down like that, right? They want an arm and a leg. Yeah, I bet. Helena says, sometimes they're really silly with child support. I got $2.20 a fortnight. Didn't start till I was 16, so he ended up paying it until I was 22 to 23. Interesting. And I amend that. When I said that I didn't get any of that as a kid, I did. And my mom put it into an account and gave it to me as an adult. No, I don't know if she's given me all of it, but when I'm in trouble and I call her and I ask her for help, that's Dad's money's in there. Shout out to my birth dad. I love you, man. Lots of thoughts. Lots and lots of thoughts. I should give him a call. It's been a long time. Krista Melinda says, I struggle to wrap my brain around people who hold grudges and go after their exes so many years later. I tend to agree with you, but I have to say, I think that these people have their own stuff that they're probably not dealing with, and they're let's change the position of this perspective, right? What am I trying to say? Sometimes I don't feel good, right? And I don't necessarily know why, but it's most likely in hindsight because I'm not taking care of my business, right? But it's a whole lot easier to point at something, and say, this is why. And honestly, I have done so in the past, not even knowing that it's not the actual cause, not knowing that I'm diverting, and some people never learn to do the internal work. Some people never learn how to move through their old baggage, and some people will hold grudges until the day they die. I thought that I was going to be one of those people. And I'm very, very grateful that I let go of, I still have some hate and some anger in me, right? But I'm really, really glad that those emotions do not rule my actions anymore. It was not a nice way to be. It was not a wonderful way to live. I don't miss it at all. And, I bet you every cent I ever make that she doesn't feel good thinking about this, right? She going through this and pressing them to go to court doesn't make her feel good. She just thinks it does. She thinks it's going to fix things, right? I don't know. She probably needs the money too. But either way, at your expense, I don't think it's worth it. Thanks for letting me speak on this touchy topic, guys. I hope that I'm not out of line here. Danette McClure, good to see you as well. I am doing very good. I got a lot done today. I got laundry done, got some kitchen cleaning done, got some floor scrubbing done. It's amazing. I must need a better mat, a doormat, because I'm constantly scrubbing the floors and it never seems to stay that way, stay clean. Russ says, Tommy will let everyone know what's going on if you end up going in and where someone can write you if they choose to. Do you want us to write you? Because I would love to do that. I was writing letters to my dad back and forth when he was in prison, and then at a certain point, they stopped coming back. And after the fact, I talked to him about it, and he said it was too painful for him. So let me know now if you don't want me to write you. I guess that's a real thing. I mean, it makes sense. If I think about it, it definitely makes sense. And I'm also, dude, I'm really sorry you're going through this, Russ. That really sucks, man. I have hope that love will prevail. I have brand account. YouTube turned it into a brand account since it was old. Can't change it to not brand. Bummed I can't receive gift memberships. Interesting. Are you loath to part with the brand account because your algorithm is set up how you like it? Because that makes sense to me. And as far as that goes, I don't know the answer to your question, but I might be able to figure it out, and I will do some research for you, Yarn Prepper. Maybe in the morning I'll have a solution for you, because that's a bummer. That's a huge bummer. I tell you what, getting your algorithm just how you want it and like it is a time investment at the very least. You always have hope, says Laura. Absolutely. Oh, well, thanks, Helena. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Helena says, as someone who dealt with this since I was 7 to 8 years old, I think you're doing well. Well, hell yeah. All right. I definitely am doing my best. And that's all we can do, eh? Speaking of, I think I ran out of candles. Has anyone heard from Jimena lately? How is she doing? I'm going to have to text her as well. I haven't heard from her. Thinking about the candles that I no longer have made me think of her. And then I realized I haven't talked to her. That's how that went. You know, that might be what I've got for you. We can hang out all night, but I probably should serve myself and get some food, some shower, and some bed going here, huh? Bartholomew County Jail, Columbus, Indiana. Don't know the zip code. Anyone can call and find out. Like I said, Tommy said he will be pissed. You know, we're all going to be pissed. 20,000 subscribers are going to be pissed, dude. Yeah. We're like family here. That's not cool. But again, I have hope, man. I totally have hope. Don't get down on yourself. Keep the faith, and we're gonna meet what comes, right? Oh, that makes a lot of sense, Yarn Prepper. Interesting. Yeah, I'll try to find a solution to that. There either is a solution or it's something that YouTube knows about and ignores. It's one of the two. I don't think there's a third option. 100% will get you out if there's a bond, Russ. Don't even doubt that for a second. Magic of Healing Jimena. That's right. That is what her channel's called. I should also. I bet you I could catch her on her show. Do you guys know what time she goes live? I also bet I could just find that out. Yeah, Tommy is going to blow a gasket. Hey, Justine, nice to see you. Hugs to Russ. All right, y'all. I think that's it for me. One more time, hit that like, subscribe, the bell for notifications if you like what we do here. It certainly makes a difference. And one more time also, let's get some ones up for Russ. Let's keep him in our thoughts. And let's say some prayers if you do that kind of thing. What's going on, Mr. Ray? Good to see you, dude. It's been a long time. Hope you're doing well. Doing good. Hell yeah, that's what I want to hear right there. Charlie says leave a comment after the show. Yeah, and if you have any suggestions, questions, or topics you'd like us to cover, and I have been seeing the suggestions that y'all are putting up there. I appreciate that. Please hit me in the comments, or if you want to have a personal dialogue with me, you can email me at sober@myyahoo.com. And on that note, I think I'm out of here. Love and respect to all. Thanks for being my family. Dude, it's my pleasure. Wharton Fissel, just in time to see us off, my friend. All right, y'all. Captain Calhoun out. You guys have a wonderful night, all right?